Hey, 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 hey. This is AunTeaFee about the facts and sipping tea. AunTeaFee about the facts and sipping tea. Whoo! So listen, I've been throwing y'all hints, telling y'all for a little while now that this 201 Poplar ain't safe. You know, even though folk used to say could nobody get to nobody, not in 201, baby, they are under investigation. They done took the money that was granted to them to get them locks and shit checked and fixed, and they done blew it on something else. They took the lock money to protect the people who are innocent until proven guilty, right? To do some water, they know the doors don't lock. They got out of order signs. And so inmates are just walking out any and all types of stabbing multiple times. Yeah, I can't believe, I can't. I guess I don't want to have to believe it. But we see coffee again. They go coffee again. This man done been stabbed multiple times. Not being able to be protected. Going to the, what are they, I was going to say inferno, but going to get treatment, stitched up, patched up, and putting right back in the same environment. I mean, out of order signs on the door. Doors will not close. They got out of order notes, letters, signs, handwritten signs on jail doors, just inviting other inmates to come and tag your ass. I wonder how many people have been taken advantage of, not just by stabs and beat up, but in other ways. You know what I mean? That take that stuff. But let's listen, y'all. This is horrible.
Damage the computer program that we use to operate our doors.
Excuses.
Despite repairs, the cell doors still aren't working properly, and inmates have started tampering with them and breaking locks.
They're able to walk out of their cells almost indiscriminately whenever they want to.
In May, the county commission, where does that stand?
The company that actually
With them and breaking locks.
They're able to walk out of their cells almost indiscriminately whenever they want to.
In May, the county commission gave emergency funds to replace them. Where does that stand?
They
The
did.
company that actually built this
Excuses.
no longer in business.
Did you know that when they gave y'all the money?
We can't just go to the hardware store.
So what did you use the money for?
Maintenance crews are trying to address water leaks throughout
So you
the
fixing
jail.
water leaks over the broken doors.
Which obviously breeds pests. So we have a...
So they gave you money to fix the locks. But instead of fixing the locks, y'all fixing of the plumbing. So the plumbing is more important than the locks. Not having locks puts everybody in danger. Even the employees. So y'all just gonna do what y'all want to do. So y'all gonna misappropriate the funds and do something else with it, right? Okay. He 19. Is that what that paperwork said?
Buckner says they're compiling a list of repairs for them, repairs neither the sheriff's office nor the commission budgeted for.
We think we're going to need about $10 million.
It wouldn't have been that high if y'all had used that 800 and something.
Right, $10 million.
Misappropriating funds.
To take into account.
Somebody been stealing.
10. We'll explain just
staffing and maintenance problems. The
man critically injured in a shooting. This is 2 hours ago. What is it connected to? Let's see.
First at 10, a shooting in the Grahamwood neighborhood shuts down several streets this evening, leading police to investigate what happened. It created 3 separate crime scenes and left neighbors looking out their windows in fear. Hello, I'm Stephanie Skurlock.
Hey, Stephanie.
This happened just before
Greg.
5:30 this evening. WREG's Ashley Paul joins us now live at Regional 1 Hospital with late-breaking details. Ashley, what do you know?
It was a huge scene, Steph and Greg, and one man is recovering from a gunshot.
Paul joins us now live at Regional 1 Hospital with late-breaking details. Ashley, what do you know?
It was a huge scene, Steph and Greg, and one man is recovering from a gunshot wound here at Regional 1 Hospital. And tonight, the search continues for who did it and why. Neighbors watching from outside yard after yard of yellow tape as their neighborhood became a crime scene tonight. Dozens of evidence markers pointing to shell casings and pieces of clothing across the Grahamwood neighborhood. And tonight we're learning a bit more detail about what happened. 3 separate areas were cordoned off as police worked the scene, trying to figure out where the suspects got to after shooting a man in the 1000 block of Salem Road. When police arrived just before 5:30 this evening, they found that victim in critical condition, but the suspect was nowhere to be found. Police say they located 2 other scenes at the 1000 block of North Graham and another at the intersection of Jackson and Macon. At this point, it's not clear what was found at each scene to help police connect the dots. Now, police say the suspect fled on foot and in a blue sedan. Anyone with any information is asked to contact Crime Stoppers at 528-CASH.
3rd grade teacher caught up in a raid in Houston. Are we surprised?
Teacher arrested in a federal drug bust is now at the center of yet another investigation. Fox 26's Donnelly Keith has that update.
In addition to being arrested at school by the feds, 34-year-old Sheldon ISD Garrett Elementary School 3rd grade teacher Jessica Ferguson now also has the Texas Education Agency looking into whether she will keep her teaching certification. According to these federal Department of Justice documents, Sheldon ISD 3rd grade teacher Jessica Ferguson now faces life in prison and is charged with conspiracy to distribute a controlled substance. She and 19 others were recently arrested, including Alfred Jacoby Green, who federal agents say was one of the leaders of a local gang. During federal surveillance and
Is he a teacher too?
According to court records, Ferguson is on the phone with Green and they're, quote, scheming together on ways to recover money seized from what they thought was lost luggage that investigators say had smuggled cocaine inside. The court docs go on to say the, quote, elementary school teacher had these conversations with Green during the school day. With school children present, children's voices were audible.
Oh, wow.
I just think that's crazy. Like, I wouldn't feel safe with my children there. You never know what could happen. Yeah. Anybody could retaliate the wrong time around your children.
That's pretty scary.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, that's just not what you think of when
Oh,
you
she
think of a
laughing. What you
teacher.
smiling for?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
being happy to teach your kids, like, learn something new, but no. That's crazy, man.
I can't believe she was doing that at the school. Oh my goodness.
Why they laughing?
Yeah, it's real unbelievable.
The Texas Education Agency now
Oh, wow. Houston off the chain.
quote, currently under review by the TEA Educator Investigation
Is she still working?
ISD says Jessica Ferguson has been placed on administrative
Oh.
leave and that no children witnessed her arrest. At Garrett Elementary, I'm Dominique Keith.
Federal drug indictment and another raid in Memphis. Let's listen.
News at 6. All levels of law enforcement are coming
Look.
together to keep guns out of the hands of dangerous criminals. Hello, I'm Greg.
And then the doors don't lock in the jail.
Tonight, 10 men have been indicted, and United States Attorney Kevin Ritz warns officials are committed to getting Glock switches off the streets. WRG's Shay Simon is live tonight at 201 Poplar, where those men are in jail. Shay?
Yes, Stephanie, Greg, we are talking about nearly a dozen people indicted on federal gun charges. Attorney Ritz says the citizens of Memphis and Shelby County deserve to feel safe.
Shelby County, hold on.
Are now indicted.
It says the citizens of Memphis and Shelby County deserve to feel safe.
Shelby County.
10 men are now indicted in a massive federal sweep. 4 of them charged with having switches, illegal devices that turn pistols into machine guns.
They're not fun and games. They are highly dangerous.
That's why U.S. Attorney for the Western District of Tennessee, Kevin Ritz, says he is cracking down with Project Safe Neighborhoods Task Force, where local, state, and federal law enforcement work together to cut down violent crime and gun violence. As he sat down with WREG investigators earlier this year,
Everybody
he
talking.
confirmed switches
No
are
action.
a priority.
Well, little.
Essentially make these firearms impossible to control, especially if you're using just
Folks are snitching.
Now, Wayne Sanders, Miles Bowens, Tavion Ernest, and Octavius Ellis are all
Tavion.
charged with federal crimes.
Somebody
involving
snitched on them.
switches.
That was about 15 rounds of 9mm that fast.
ATF Special Agent Tom Neely told WRG investigators switches can go as fast as 1,000 rounds per minute, and while the first bullet might be accurate, the rest aren't even close.
We're continuing to track where these switches pop up. I've noticed that cities around the country have started to struggle with this challenge as well.
We talking about Memphis.
Well, Stephanie, Greg, tonight all 10 men are here at 201 with bonds as high as $1 million as multiple...
Who are the other 3 or 4?
For your news leader in downtown Memphis, Shay Simon, WREG News, Channel 3.
New today, 10 people indicted on federal charges for gun and violent crimes.
Special operation.
And other parts of West Tennessee. 4 of them were arrested for possessing a Glock switch. Thank you for joining us. I'm Pepper Baker.
And I'm Rudy Williams. Now, that sting was a joint effort of multiple law enforcement agencies. ABC 24's Stephen Pimple with reaction from the Shelby County DA on the crackdown of the illegal switches tonight. And Stephen, how much progress are they making with this issue?
Well, Rudy, as part of Project Safe Neighborhoods, the Shelby
Project
County
Safe,
DA
okay.
meets with members of the U.S. Attorney's Office on a weekly basis to determine what cases the feds can take over. When it comes to cases involving Glock switches, DA Mulroy says there is a long way to go, but they're making progress. Steve Mulroy was glad to see the U.S. Department of Justice make 10 arrests for gun and violent crimes in the Memphis area, with 4 charged with possessing a Glock switch, the illegally modified automatic handgun that has become popular in Memphis.
The feds can take all of the gun cases, they can take all of the Glock switch cases. Bulk of them have to be done by our office.
DA Mulroy says they're making progress on that end too. Possession of a Glock switch is part of Mulroy's V11 fast track initiative.
Oh, you don't want to put them in jail. You want to let them out with no bond.
Faster trials.
We have done a lot of those cases. We
Oh my
always
goodness.
have been, but we're really doing
You
it
are
now.
part of the problem with Chief
And
Davis.
we're moving
Shut
along
up.
quicker.
The district attorney says he is also making headway on efforts to raise possession of a Glock switch from a Class E felony, punishable by 1 to 2 years in jail on the first arrest, to a Class C felony, which carries a minimum sentence of 3 to 6 years. He's working with the Tennessee District Attorney's
Of the body, and then, knock wood, perhaps we'll get some action done in the legislature next year.
But it's a process.
I hope. How long you got
Every little bit helps, but we still have
before your time is up?
Roy shared with me that at a recent law enforcement conference, they did a test between the Glock switch and the Tommy gun and found the Glock switch has a faster rate of fire. Back to you.